Peace, diehards. Welcome to the NY Knicks Podcast. It's your boy Eru, the Any Star. That's what we're doing, man. You can see in the bottom of the screen, you got the Knicks are streaking. We're on a 6-game winning streak, man. What a game today! I did the halftime to crunch time today. I was blessed to have Andy with me. Andy's a crazy Knicks fan. He's in Poland, and his time, man. The game ended at 10, and that's on a 1 o'clock game, man. 10 p.m. I'm talking about. So he's a trooper, man. So we got another trooper today, man. As you saw in the thing. We got your man and my boy, freaking State of the New York Knicks podcast here, Mr. State. So we're just going to get into it right now, man. Without further ado, what's good, bro?
Yo, my God. What's up, my guy?
Chilling, man. When you call me, I answer. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime, bro.
Yeah, man.
I felt like it was the perfect day to talk Knicks, bro. It's the perfect day, bro.
Yeah, you always got some shenanigans for me too, man. So I guess we talk about the game, right? Did you see the whole game?
Yes, I did. I seen the first half of my crib, and then I had to go. I had to rewatch the game just now.
Okay.
Derrick Rose, bro.
playing some great basketball, man.
It's safe to say, and this is with no exaggeration, Derrick Rose, Taj Gibson, and Reggie Bullock is saving the Knicks season right now. It's not. This is a statement that should not be understated. We should not take this lightly. The vets is. I got to give it to the vets, yo. I'm sorry for slandering you guys.
And God knows that you be slandering the hell out of the vets, man. You've been doing that for a minute now. But I mean, like the whole team, man. It's an energy. The whole team has been playing really good. There's a lot of people talking badly about them from all angles. Knicks fans, even outside entities and stuff like that. But outside with all the noise, man, the guys are still able to come together and play basketball, man. And it's great. It's great to see, you know.
Yo, it's great to see. Shout outs to Alec Burks too, bro. Because without him, we wouldn't even be here. Remember, he led the league in fourth quarter points in the month of March with like 94 points. So shout outs to Burks too.
Yeah, he set the table for us, man, because he set the formula where Elfrid starts, Rose picks it up, and then Burks finishes it. So that kind of lit a fire under Rose, because now Rose, that's so important to get these he's a former star, you know what I'm saying, but he still got a lot of left in the tank. So I mean, he has a switch that when he's called upon to play well, he has that switch. So he stepped up. He said it in the post game that when it's time, next man up, it's time to go, man. So he's the next man up. So he's definitely going to be the closer for us, because we can't go to Elfrid, man. So, definitely, man. We're playing some great ball. It's just great stuff, man.
So Derrick Rose off the bench, 23 points, 9 for 17, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, plus 22. Derrick Rose was so essential for Quickly and Obi Toppin. For those two, they need Derrick Rose. And I think just for Thibodeau as a coach, like you need a guy you could trust. I understand that, people like me want the kids to play, bro. But he trusts Derrick Rose. Let me ask you a question. You gonna ask the new plumber to fix your plumbing in your crib, or you gonna ask the dude you've been talking to for years to fix your plumbing in the crib? You gonna talk to the dude who's best. So
right.
That I'm loving Derrick Rose right now, bro. I'm loving Derrick Rose. The Knicks, I believe, are 16-7 with Derrick Rose, and we operate as a top 5 seed in the NBA with him.
Mm-hmm. I think right now that's where we are. We have 4th, 5th, 6th. We're definitely 4th and 5th seed in these playoffs, man. The way that we've been playing, even though we lost those games early on, man, those games, kind of made everybody go crazy. But this is who we are. We're gonna be going back and forth like that. But I think right now, at this key time towards the end of the season, winning games we're supposed to win. This everything is happening right at the right time, man. So, I said this in the little halftime show that I do, that nobody wants to see the Knicks in the playoffs, man.
No.
It's not for the simple fact that we're gonna come out, we're gonna demolish them. It's the simple fact that they're gonna be in a fight. Nobody wants to be in a fight in the first round. They want their first round matchup to be easy. Yeah. The Knicks ain't gonna be easy.
Nah, and the wrong team plays the Knicks in the first round and sleep is going to go home. And that is for sure. Matter of fact, to piggyback off of your point, now that those numbers is in my brain, the Knicks is operating as net rating wise in the past month. They're the sixth best team in the NBA. The second rated defensive plus minus in the NBA in the month of March. And they're the 19th ranked offense in the NBA in the month of March. So it's beautiful to see. First of all, shout outs to Julius King Caesar Randle. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say. I'm speechless as to what I'm watching from this guy right now, dog.
Yo, did you see what Jeff Van Gundy had to say about him during the Celtics game?
Yes.
It's definitely warranted, man. Yo, he was kind of blanking out a little bit, but it's the truth. Like a lot of times in these games, we don't give him enough credit. But Julius Randle literally is like the best player on the court a lot of times in these games. You know, we just don't have a lot of offensive firepower amongst the squad, but we play tight. But, you know, like he's been doing a lot of mellow stuff, a lot of jab stuff. I don't like him spinning out of bounds. You know, he wasn't doing well when we were losing, but now with the streak, it seems like that's his office now. You know, he's just operating in that office just like how Melo used to do.
Bruh, he's top 5 in the NBA on jump shots from the mid-range area in percentage. I believe he shoots 48% on mid-range jumpers this season. Mm-hmm. Julius Randle, yo, this guy is amazing. Like, he's been so amazing. I can't even lie. First Knick with 4 straight 30-point games since Carmelo Anthony in 2014. And he's the first Knick with 30 points, 10 assists, 5 steals in a game since Nate Robinson in 2009. And we won 6 games in a row. Julius Randle also has scored 30 points in his 4th consecutive game, the first Knicks since Carmelo Anthony in February 2014. And let's be real. I said this the other day. I don't know what platform I said this, but I'm going to say this again now to you. So I won't feel crazy about what I'm about to say, because what I'm about to say is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
When it comes specifically for Julius Randle, diehard, and I want you to answer this question after I say this. I've never seen an NBA player in all my 31 years of watching basketball. I've never seen an NBA player take this type of leap from one season to the next. I'm talking about going from it, and I didn't even like all his stats from last year. It was cool. 19 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. But context, he was terrible last year. To most improved player, MVP ballot, all NBA, and he's getting to the playoffs in the first time in 7 years. Please name me a player have you ever seen had this type of leap from being absolute pathetic in one season to being what he is now.
I can't put a finger on it, man. I can't put a finger on it. It's a lot of history in the NBA, but I mean, stuff like that would stick out to you, man. You know, I can't really think of it. There's been teams that were bad as a team, you know, where like the next season they added a few guys and then they were able to play well, and guys that didn't play well the year before, you know, they were able to get it together because they just have a better crew around them. You know what I'm saying? But the Knicks, we basically brought the same crew, and what's making us better is the simple fact that Julius got better. You know what I'm saying? So he's setting the table for everything that we do here. You know, so I mean that can't be overstated. Everything that you said, it can't be you know understated. You know what I'm saying? This guy is definitely putting in a lot of work, man. He's basically running point. The point guard gets the rebound, they pass it to Julius to bring the ball up to court. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can say right there. You know, he's I really would like Tom Thibodeau to figure out a way to let him coast a little bit. Because Randle, he's not only playing well, he's actually high usage, man. He's involved in almost every single play that we have. So I would like to see him float a little bit to kind of keep him fresh. And also like fourth quarters, Tom Thibodeau. I've been getting on him in the halftime to crunch time. He has a hard time figuring out minutes, because I mean Julius Randle with 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, he's in the game, and he doesn't come out. You know what I'm saying? By the time the fourth quarter comes, Julius Randle looks like a heroin addict, man. You know what I'm saying? So it can't really, that's one thing I wish Tom Thibodeau would figure out. But Julius Randle's not crying. You know, he's just stepping up, and he's like a freaking warrior, man.
I'm gonna give you the Herm Edwards quote: "You play to win the game."
Yeah.
I don't care. Listen, dog. I'm so far gone from the whole tanking stuff and that tanking garbage, that word, that monstrosity, blasphemous garbage. You play to win the game. I didn't complain not one time today about the minutes, dog, because let's be real. You want Obi Toppin to get more minutes, or you want to win the game? Let's be honest. You want Kevin Knox out there, and I'm a fan. I love both of them kids, bro. But I'm starting to, maybe because I talk to you too damn much. That's what it is. That's what it is. Because now I'm starting to appreciate the little things that other dudes do. I don't want to see Obi Toppin in the game. I don't want to see him. I'm good. I want to win the game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was looking at the Pelicans roster, man. All their bench guys, they might have the worst bench in all of the NBA, man. If they had a couple key players, they would be a really good team. They just need somebody to come in to help out the guys. But anyway, that's not my team. But the point I'm trying to make with that is that what were we saying? Obi Toppin or whatever. Obi Toppin's in the same boat as some of those guys on the bench, whatever. So I mean, like if we want to win basketball games, you just can't play them because they're just not ready. They got some point guards on that roster. Kieran Lewis, a couple of those guys. They're not going to be good this year. They're going to be good next year. Obi's in the same. Yeah.
Lonzo Ball, he was invisible this game.
Completely invisible.
He was invisible. Now let me give you his excuse because I watched the whole game. And you did too.
Right.
Why the hell is Lonzo playing off ball to Eric Bledsoe? Do they want him to just come to the Knicks? Like they're just begging us to get him?
Yeah, I was kind of leading into that. Eric Bledsoe is like the Elfrid Payton on the Pelicans. And tell you the truth, even though Bledsoe had a good game today, I'd rather have Elfrid Payton than Eric Bledsoe, man.
I agree with you, yo.
Yeah. Eric Bledsoe used to be strong. He used to be like a decent scorer, but those days are over. He's basically, dwindling on his career now. Elfrid Payton is not that guy, but every once in a while, Elfrid Payton can get a 22-point game every once in a while too, man. So, I'd rather have the guy that we have, man. But back to Lonzo Ball, I just don't see nothing in this game that strikes me as somebody that's going to get me a win, or like he's going to like, oh, Lonzo's in the game. Oh shit. Something crazy about to happen. He's just like, even though he's playing off the ball still comes back to him. He still has skills, so he still has to make decisions and stuff. Like with Obi. Like Obi comes in the game, he gets the ball, and then like he settles for threes. He's always pointing at the sky for somebody to throw him an alley-oop. Aside from just getting the ball in the alley-oop and making a three when he shoots it, he's got to get himself into spots that he could be successful in. He doesn't have to just stick with the game plan. The game plan is just that as a basketball player, but I mean, like as a team thing. But as a basketball player, you got to be able to improvise and get your shit off. You know what I'm saying? You can't just worry about, oh man, they're not passing me the ball. If they're not passing you the ball, fam, go get that shit. You know what I'm saying? If they give you the ball, take a look. If it ain't working, bam, hit that lane and let's make something happen.
The issue with Obi is he never. What is the Knicks with number 8 overall picks, bro? Because
I don't know. We had a lot of them the last.
This guy Obi, why? Like he does. I don't know if it's just the Frank Ntilikina syndrome, where like he just get the ball and he don't look to score. Like he's looking to hand the ball off, bro. Be aggressive. Like it was times where he got the ball today and he's shooting threes, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, bro, pump fake. And go to the basket strong, bro. You need to do what I seen you do at Dayton. I don't give a damn about if Thibodeau's using you not properly. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. Like, Obi is he's just not cutting it for me right now. Like, I don't know if I gotta wait. And I'm gonna say this to you, and I wanted to see how you feel about this, but I had patience with Frank Ntilikina. Because Frank was an 18-year-old kid coming from France, not from America. I don't have that same level of patience with Obi Toppin because he's from Brooklyn and he's 23.
Yeah, it's kind of odd, somebody that's 23, you kind of know, where you're, this is an uncut podcast, man. So we curse a lot. So you know where to put it. You know what hole to stick it in when you're 23 years old. You know what I'm saying? And you know when to take it out at that point. You know what I'm saying? So at this, when you're playing basketball, it shouldn't be like, oh, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You've been on this earth for a long time, man. But it's Obi Toppin's situation is unique because he's just a late bloomer, man. So I just think that everything that's going wrong with him now, I bet you next year when he comes in after for training camp, if we have a summer league and that type of thing, I think we're going to see a whole different Obi Toppin next year. But the next year is not now. Now he's just not ready for it.
Wait, hold on. Did I hear that correctly from you? Did you just say to me that Obi Toppin is a late bloomer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be nice, man. He's a good kid, man. He comes from a good family and stuff like that, man. So I don't want to go as hard as I've gone at Frank all over the years, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just not his time yet, man. So I'm not trying to trade him yet or nothing. But I mean, we just keep him on the bench, and then next year, I'm expecting next year for him to really like pop off. Because like when he came into college, he wasn't really that good when he first came in. And then like his what was his third year in college?
Junior year, yeah. He
junior
got
year.
redshirted. And then he played,
yeah. So that junior year he exploded into like this big megastar now, and like this even just 2 years prior or in the previous team he wasn't even playing all that good, man. He's totally night and day from those two seasons. So I see him doing basically the same thing, just getting an NBA trainer, and he strikes me as a guy same like RJ. They're just driven, driven to get better. So. I'm anticipating him having a nice jump next year, but
Yo, I would love, and this is just for me personally, like I would love for Kevin Knox and Obi Toppin. I would love for both of them to have critical roles on his team next season, even. But it comes to a point where, how can I put this? RJ Barrett puts the Knicks in a tough conundrum, and let me explain this to you, right? I'm looking at RJ Barrett, and RJ Barrett by the quarter stats. He's looking like a closer right now. In the fourth quarter, his free throw rate goes up to 1.3. His free throw percentage goes up to 80%. His usage rate goes up to 25%. His 3-point percentage goes up to 42%. And his field goal percentage goes up to 47%. I love Knox and Obi. But it's going to come to a point where we got to improve this team. And it's looking like RJ Barrett is going to be so good that he might force the Knicks to make a trade for another All-Star. And if Julius Randle is going to stay, and I feel like we should talk about that before we even get to the RJ Barrett topic. I just wanted to talk to the people about RJ Barrett being clutch and him being a closer. But Randle's about to be an all NBA team member. Ebro, what you paying Randle? Are you extending him this summer? Are you extending him next season? Because if he makes the all NBA, that contract going up to $34 million.
As it should, though. As it should. Right.
What the hell are we gonna do with this Obi thing and Knox and because?
Well, my thing is, starting with Julius Randle, like I feel like he's already on the contract. So, we this is the thing. You got to have a conversation with the guys. Up until this point, the Knicks don't have a conversation. They were saying Jeff Hornacek, as soon as the practice was over, he was already in his Uber, and out before anybody could change their, anybody can take a shower. He's already in his fucking Uber. You know what I'm saying?
That was Jeff Hornacek, though.
Yeah, Jeff Hornacek. Yeah. Jeff Hornacek. My bad. But he was out. He wasn't trying to talk to nobody. He had office hours, and that was it. Don't call me. He turned his phone off and all that, man. So even Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson wasn't having no conversations with Melo about nothing that was happening. So I mean, this is different. We got Leon Rose, and we got Worldwide West. So these guys are having conversations. So I'm quite sure they had a conversation with Julius already about the offseason. So in my opinion, how I will approach it is that he's already under contract. So say, listen, we're going to get you next season, but you need help. We're going to have to put your contract extension on hold because we need to spend money to get you some help here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these different guys. That's why, like Frank Ntilikina, it really depends on what the market gives them, man. But a lot of these different guys, we're gonna have to hold off on, especially ones that need the extension or maybe like a upgraded salary. We kind of need to wait a little bit because we have to try to get that player, here that's gonna help the situation, whoever that is. That's somebody we have to locate.
It's tough because like we always say this, bro. Like it's no superstar free agent in free agency. We're not getting Kawhi Leonard, so I never want to talk to you about Kawhi Leonard. And after that, it's like, do you want to give Kelly Oubre $15 million? Hell no. Do you want to pay Otto Porter? Hell no. Do you mind giving Kyle Lowry a 2-year, $50 million contract with a team option for his second year? I don't really know. Do you want to bring back Alec Burks? Burks is going to guarantee a championship contender is going to offer him $10 million this offseason. 3 years minimum. 3 years minimum.
But he's a little old though. He's like 31.
Nah, he's 30. No, he's
Yeah.
29 going on 30. But that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You see his production, you can. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Knicks re-sign Burks. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, why not? Because I mean, right now he's kind of like playing above his head a little bit. Even though he's playing well, it's sometimes, but he's kind of playing above his head. But like let's say, if we do get that guy, so if we make a trade or some whatever, to sign this next guy, having a guy like Alec Burke just on the bench, it's definitely going to help out, man. We still have to keep some kind of continuity. Let's say like Reggie Bullock, we got to keep Reggie Bullock. Even though we upgrade his spot, we got to keep him. We can't let that guy go. He's a sniper and he plays great. He plays great defense, man. He locked down Brandon Ingram, bro.
He did. I ain't gonna lie. They locked down Ingram. They locked Zion. They locked Zion down. Zion had like 2 points at half or something crazy. Shout outs to Reggie Bullock. I was killing Reggie Bullock last month. Salute to that man. We definitely need to re-sign Bullock. Definitely need to re-sign Taj Gibson. Definitely need to re-sign Derrick Rose. Because I seen him post. I think Isaiah Thomas put this post up on Instagram. Not the Isaiah Thomas that came at me.
Yeah.
He basically said, excuse my French, but you're not going to win shit in the NBA or in the playoffs without vets. It doesn't matter. You're not going to win shit. So it's like, we got these dudes, re-sign them. Hey, offer Frank a 3-year, $15 million deal. He don't need much money. Offer Bullock a 2-year, $12 million deal. Like keep it together. Like keep the foundation together. Like those are the type of guys like I want to see here long term. So when RJ Barrett or the guys who do, hopefully if we win a championship, they could say, yeah, yo, Derrick Rose and Taj Gibson, man. Without those guys, man, we wouldn't be here. Like I want to see that in the future. Like that's stuff that I want to see. So I'm good with the vets right now, bro.
Shout out to Sincere the Genius, man. Nerlens Noel is playing his ass off, man.
Oh,
he almost lost his life today when he who was that? Was it Brandon Ingram? Who did he block today?
Ingram. Damn, he was hurt twice today. He blocked Ingram.
Yo, he's playing hurt, man. He's playing hurt. He's definitely got something going on with his hip. He's definitely got something going on with his shoulder. Because I remember when he tweaked both his lower back, he popped his lower back. His lower back a couple games back too. You know what I'm saying? So he's like risking his career playing for these Knicks, man. So he definitely earns a spot too. So the Knicks got like 60-something million. The final number we'll know a little bit later. But 60-something million, right off the bat, you got to start dropping some bags on these guys, man. But you got to be careful of what we paid him, man, because Nerlens Noel, he's only getting paid $5 million, man. That is crazy to me. $5 million for Noel. So I mean, he might get a boost to 8, or whatever.
I think he'll get more than that. From another team.
Yeah, maybe since we're playing so well and he loves playing here. That's the thing. These guys genuinely love playing for each other. So that's a positive, man. So he might stay here for a discount because quote unquote that's what Rivers did. He came here for because there was so many people trying to get me, man. But I said, hey, I'm gonna go to the Knicks. Like, yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah, he loves to talk, man. That dude got a mouth on him. But I'm quite sure there's got to be conversations. Say, listen, we got something good going on here. Listen, you're gonna give I know everybody wants the bag now, but listen, we got something popping here. We got big money to spend. Like if we can't get that guy, we'll pay you this year. You know what I'm saying? But we still got to keep that flexibility just in case somebody pops open.
Yo,
pops free.
It feels like Nerlens been in the NBA forever. He was a part of the Sixers team for people who didn't know. the Sam Hinkie tank special. He was a part of that. And right now he's 26, making, what is he making? 5 million, you said? 6 million?
I think $5 million, man.
Yep, $5 million. This man is first in the NBA in defensive plus minus. He's second in the NBA in block percentage. Third best he's on the second best defensive team in the NBA while earning $5 million. Nerlens Noel earned himself a spot on the All NBA second defensive team. Him and RJ Barrett. And I need to see, if they don't even make it, I need to see them get votes. It's no way you have a team that's top 5 in defense, and we don't get nobody on the all defensive team.
Yeah, and the greatest defensive player in the history of basketball is not even playing, Frank Ntilikina. You know what I'm saying? And we got shout out to Reggie Bullock, shout out to Reggie Bullock, like you said, Nerlens Noel, RJ Barrett. All these guys deserve consideration. If not the first team, absolutely the second team, because people, I like when they say, oh, the Knicks are first, and then third, whatever. We are the best defensive team in the NBA.
Yes.
And we don't have no names on the team. We don't have like superior talent or anything like that. Anybody that's getting paid a lot of money. We have a ragtag group of guys, whatever, that are playing hard for each other and kicking ass, man. We're winning games because of these guys.
Yeah. And Reggie Bullock, he just always puts out the great tweets. He just put out a tweet about Theo Benson. And I want to say this to Knicks fans. Right, I heard your cheap shot against Frank Ntilikina. It's all cool, it's all gravy, but the Knicks are winning right now because of 1 through 15. It's not because of just Reggie Bullock defense, not because of just Julius Randle having these crazy games. The bench helps too.
Yeah,
I appreciate that Reggie Bullock puts out a tweet and he talks about long-term deal for Theo Benson, one of the dopest teammates ever on the sideline. And that don't go uncounted for. Peace and love game. You can't just trade this team, bro. You can't just break this team up, bro. You cannot do that, yo. I don't know if they. I love Zach LaVine, bro. I love Donovan Mitchell, bro. Like I'm not breaking this team up with no major trade. Now, I would consider it if it's certain type of players, but we need to see. I need to see what they do with the cap space this summer, and also draft night. Can I ask you a question? Matter of fact, now that's on my head.
Yeah.
Do you think the Knicks is gonna have 3 goddamn rookies walk on this roster draft night?
I don't think so, man. I think the Knicks are gonna show up to draft night in like trench coats, man. With like the hammers and they think they're gonna be like, they're gonna be trying to wheel and deal. They're gonna try to do everything they can to grab somebody draft night, man. I think it doesn't have anything to do with anybody in this draft, But you never know, man. I think the Knicks got all bases covered, man. Like, shout out to everybody on that's just the players. Shout out to all our front office guys. We got a lot of key guys that's doing their job. So if we're gonna zero, I'm quite sure we got a billboard with guys' names on it. If we can't get certain guys, Plan B, Plan C, Plan Z is gonna go into effect, man. So, we'll see. We'll see. We might end up drafting guys and just having them on the bench, replacing some of the guys that we have at the bottom. But I think the key thing is really to show up shooting like gunslinging on draft night, trying to get somebody or a few people.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind us. I would love for us to get a starting point guard. I don't want to draft a point guard. So here's my reasoning for that. Like, and for everybody who's like, "Oh, State, you crazy? You talking some nonsense again?" Ebro, Thibodeau is not and will never, ever, ever start a rookie point guard. So if that's the case, and also think about RJ Barrett. Do you want RJ Barrett next to a rookie point guard in his 3rd season after coming back from Team Canada? And we know how them players come back from the World Cup. They all put up career highs. I'm not doing that. That's a waste of RJ Barrett's time, and that's a waste of my time. So I don't think we're gonna, like, I wouldn't mind us drafting a point guard, but I got quickly. So just give me a dynamic wing. I want a wing. I don't care about the point guard position at the moment. Like I got Derrick Rose quickly. I'm on a good Nick high right now. I'm not worried about the point guard. But that small forward spot, and this might ruffle a little feathers in the chat room, that center spot.
Oh God, don't start. Don't start. I'm gonna be getting DMs about the center spot. People love Mitch, man.
Yeah,
But not for nothing. If we had Mitch today, we would. If we had Mitch today and the game before, we would have blew Pelicans out. Because the only reason why that they kept staying in games is because goofy ass Aquaman is standing there. You're not even boxing out, just standing there with his hands up, and the ball just comes to his hand.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why that they were even close. Why it even was there overtime and all this other stuff. Because if we had Mitch, it would have iced Steven Adams, man. Steven Adams is not, to me, he's not a good player, man. The guy falls on the floor way too much for a big man. When I was talking to Andy, man, I brought up Emmanuel Mudiay. Remember how you kept falling on the floor every freaking 5 minutes? Say, come on, man.
Mudiay fell for everything. Never passed the ball out of a drive. His defense stunk. At least Alfred give you defense, right? At least Alfred tries.
That's the thing. So, I was gonna ask you that too. Like, of course we need to get that upgrade. So, would you sign Elfrid Payton just to be that third guy? Now, like I said, the role is gonna definitely be changed. We're probably gonna have roles here. You know what I'm saying? And then, you sign Elfrid again for 1 year. He's not gonna get signed for no more than that. He's probably gonna get signed for less than $5 million. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's say we sign him again for $5 million, but we definitely need that key guy. You know what I'm saying? Because long seasons, guys get hurt and shit like that. So you're gonna need somebody with experience to come in there, and then that he's gonna play defense. Things like that. So would you bring him along?
So, the madness I've been saying everywhere these past 2 weeks, I thought I would never be saying half of these things. To be honest, now that I think about it, I would. But in this scenario, this means that Leon Rose basically he basically got us a wing. So that's what I'm assuming in this situation. Like he got us a wing. For me, I'm gonna just say a name. He probably got us Andrew Wiggins or somebody like that, or he traded for a wing, a young wing. And in that scenario, and then we don't sign another point guard, hey, be my guest, bring Alfred back. What he gonna do? He ain't gonna hurt us. But at the same time, right? I think Alfred would get a better opportunity on another team because we know Derrick Rose is coming back, right?
Yeah.
We know quickly he's coming back, right? And I gotta factor in the draft pick. So I know one of those draft picks might be a guard, regardless if I don't view the point guard position as a position of need at the moment. We're gonna draft a guard. It's gonna be too cluttered for Alfred, honestly. That's why, low key, I'm kind of happy that Thibodeau moved Frank Ntilikina from that point guard spot, so Frank has a future on the team, but it was never gonna be at point guard. It took me about a couple of years to let it sink in, but now it's like, okay, now I'm good. But for sure, sign Alfred if you give me a good wing, sign him.
Well, it's another thing to say, like Frank Ntilikina, or whatever. He's a free agent too. So let's say a team offers him $10 million, based off of his reputation. We can't pay him that much. I don't think, man, because we don't have the starter yet. You know what I'm saying? So why would we pay a guy that's not in the rotation? You get what I'm saying? So if it came down to that, I would rather just throw the minimum at Elfrid and keep him around rather than going overboard paying Frank Ntilikina to do the same thing.
Ooh, this is a tough subject for me because it's like I understand what you're saying. You're not wrong. You definitely not wrong. But at the same time, you want continuity. All the numbers say Alfred is disgusting next to RJ Barrett.
Right. And it doesn't make sense to have them together. That's why you need that starter. Okay.
So Eru, this is a tough subject because it's like my heart say, keep Frank the hell with Alfred. But the basketball intellect in me, you gotta take Alfred over Frank. If you're trying to win something, you gotta take the play that you know is going to give you something. Like I know what Frank is gonna do but he's not consistent enough at it. Like, he gave me 3 straight points, right? A double-digit game, double-digit points. Then the dude, the next 2 games, give me 0 points. Like come on, dog. Come on, dog. So,
well, a string, Frank had a string of games where he was on his nut. But it's not just all about points, though. Like, he won't get no rebounds, no anything else either, man. But,
he'll
I'm
defend his ass off. He'll defend, but that's about it.
Yeah, the refs seem to be picking on him too, man. Like the last few games, like he played today, and they made a couple bullshit calls. Like he went up or whatever on one play, and another play against Ingram, right? And there was another play where he jumped up to block, and he didn't even make contact with him. And they called a foul. Man. You know what I'm saying? So they're kind of picking on Frank a little bit, but he does have value, man. I'm looking at these guys here. No Peyton, he plays terrible when the Knicks are on the floor. He plays so terrible. He's been a starting point guard for a team that's in the middle of a pack playoff team, man. So whatever people say about that, the Knicks is still in the middle of the pack because Elfrid Payton is starting. It's not like if we stop playing Elfrid Payton, we will all of a sudden be the best team in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? We'll still be in the same spot that we're in right now. So that's always the argument with me, man. Go ahead.
That person who said that comment, right? This is what I'm gonna say to them. I don't think you hate Elfrid Payton more than me, brother. I swear to God, I don't think you do. But at the same time, if Thibodeau could win games with that point guard, imagine what Thibodeau could do with an upgrade at point guard. I can't be mad at Elfrid. I can't be mad at Elfrid. You can't be mad at Elfrid. You just gotta be logical about it and take your emotions out of the basketball take. Yo, dog, he helping us win games, yo. You can't get mad at Elfrid, man.
But that's the key. That's the key. We need to get that started, though. We play similar to the Pelicans. So Lonzo Ball, if he came here, he's going to be in the same spot that he was with the Pelicans. He's not going to be playing on the ball. Julius Randle is going to be playing with the ball in his hand.
I disagree with you. I disagree. I strongly disagree with that. Go ahead.
Okay. But what are you disagreeing about, though? Because the way the Knicks play, we don't play with the point guard running the offense that much. You know what I'm saying?
So boom. At the beginning of the season, we was playing through Elfrid, from what I remember. And then Thibodeau started allowing Julius Randle to run the offense. I feel that this is just for me. Thibodeau realized this, and now he's allowing Randle to be more of the point guard facilitator than Elfrid. So let's say if Lonzo comes to our team, then remember I told you earlier, Stan Van Gundy's using him wrong, bro. He's using him wrong.
Yeah, he
Lonzo needs to play on ball, bro. He needs to play on ball. He was better under Alvin Gentry than Stan Van Gundy. He was way better.
Right. But I also did a pack comparing Elfrid to Lonzo. When Elfrid needs to play on the ball too in pick and roll situations and stuff. He plays way better when he's doing pick and roll stuff. The Knicks don't do that. The Knicks don't run that type of offense. So that's the thing. If we bring in Lonzo, we're gonna have to change everything that we got us to this point. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to really think about when we talk about upgrading that point guard spot. And just I'm gonna touch on some of these things that he's saying here. Yeah. Listen. I see what you're saying there. Cully, shout out to you. You was on the pod earlier today. I see what you're saying there. But here's the thing. Elfrid is terrible. You know what I'm saying? He's terrible.
We know that.
We know that. You know what I'm saying? He is terrible. So if we resign him, it's the same thing like Theo Pinson. Theo Pinson's not giving us nothing on the court. But the key thing is, right, having the guy in there that's familiar with everything, a great teammate, somebody, Thibodeau always praises him for his leadership ability. You know what I'm saying? So him being a professional, somebody that's always ready, somebody that's physical. Theo Pinson keeps the locker room light and stuff like that. Even Frank Ntilikina is not playing, but I'm quite sure in practice, since he plays defense, he's helping the guys get better anyway.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. If you're gonna run with Frank, I'm fine with that. But we can't keep Elfrid. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna keep Frank, but Elfrid gets the little thing for me because of the leadership ability. Frank is not leading nobody, man.
Nah, he's not there yet. Frank.
But when is he gonna get there? You know what I'm saying? When is he gonna become that leader? I know there's a language barrier and shit like that, but I mean, but he knows how to shop at wherever he be shopping at. He knows how to get fresh. So
So Daha, I think you got to look at it from this standpoint, right? Like
Yeah.
like think about it from like a Thibs standpoint. Thibodeau don't name team captains because Thibodeau is the captain. You get what? So it's not a leader, right? It's a bunch of leaders, and I like that team dynamic. So I think just for you and just for everybody, I think that what y'all need to do when y'all look at Frank Ntilikina is lower the bar, and I think you would appreciate him more. I think that's what I got to say to you and other people. Just lower your bar on Frank. Stop putting out tweets that Frank is the best defender in the NBA. This garbage. Like, stop that. Lower your bar on him, and you will appreciate him more. That's what I'm gonna say to that. And Frank, I would pay Frank $5-6 million before I pay Alfred Payton. I'm being honest. I'm being honest with you.
I agree with that too, man. But I'm just saying, like, if that number gets crazy, let's say a team decides they need him for their team, whatever, and they throw more than 10 and more. I'm like,
oh no,
hey Frank, see you later, man.
Oh, he's not alone. Mitchell Robinson, right? And people not gonna like this. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying him a dime more than $10 million, Ebro. I don't care what nobody's saying. I'm not paying him more than $10 million.
I agree with that too.
3 years, $30 million. You don't want that? Kick rocks.
Absolutely, because I mean, for what he does, we needed him today. I give him his props. We needed him today, but what he does can be found somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like Nerlens Noel is holding down the fort. Taj Gibson is holding down the fort. You got to trust the Knicks' ability to find that guy. So I mean, there's plenty of people in the NBA that can do that stuff. We got a guy, Pell, the crackhead that we picked up the other day. Pele. Pele. I call him Pele. I think I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I joke around. I call him a crackhead and stuff like that. But he's fucking jacked. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that we got him in the reins. He's crazy. He's a crazy looking dude, man. But we could stick him in there, and he could possibly do something for us. Or you could. There's plenty of other guys that rebound, play defense, and set better set picks and stuff like that. Mitch Robinson is good. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be careful paying these guys if we don't have that next guy. We need a wing, like you said. We need that wing, and we definitely need that starting point guard that's gonna be able to not only play defense, because we got defense locked down. We need somebody that can hit some jump shots, score a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So before we start throwing the bag at centers and point guards that they're not really going to be getting a lot of minutes, we really got to focus on or key on these guys that's going to fill in these spots to make us better, man. Because we are right fucking there, man. We are right there. Not necessarily to be championship contenders, but right now we in a 4th seed. If we get the pieces that we need, then why can't we talk about being championship contenders? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's beautiful to see because it's the ceiling on this current Knicks roster. And first of all, huge shout outs to Phil Jackson. Huge shout outs to Steve Mills and Phil Jackson. Without their sins, we wouldn't be here today talking about this, bro. We wouldn't be here today. I remember when Phil Jackson said Porzingis is Sean Bradley, and I cursed out my TV screen. I remember when Phil Jackson traded Carmelo Anthony on live TV. I remember when Steve Mills, we was 2-8, and he stood up and had Scott Perry in a press conference, bro. Like, I remember this stuff. So this is amazing to watch, bro. This whole season has been beautiful, bro. Like, I don't even know what to say, bro.
The Knicks are putting out a masterclass right now. Masterclass of how you finally, because I mean we've been bad for 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? We tried everything. We had Donnie Walsh came in here. We had a good run, but they put him in a wheelchair, bro. He came in the door, walking through the door, and by the time Donnie Walsh was done with his Knicks career, the motherfucker was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we almost killed Donnie Walsh. You know what I'm saying? We destroyed so many coaches' careers. Phil Jackson is emasculated. One of the winningest professional basketball coach out there. 11 NBA championships. He got CBA championships. He got 2 championships as a player. and he got all these championships, and he was the president of the Knicks for what 2-3 years, and his career is done. You know what I'm saying? He's in Wyoming or wherever he is, wherever he is on a farm, and he can't leave the farm. You know, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cares what he got to say. But I give Phil Jackson this though. He did kick James Dolan out of the mix. He was the one that said, "Listen, Dolan, stop interfering."
Yes.
And since then, he hasn't been interfering.
Nope. And and think about it like this, right? Even from the Phil Jackson era, the main thing he did not trade any of our future first round picks, which led us to RJ Barrett. And RJ Barrett, his last couple of games, is averaging 20 and 5 on 50%. Oh, wait, that's not even 50%. He's averaging 21, 61% from the field, 70% from three, and 80% from the free throw line. This goddamn kid, bro.
Yeah, thank God, man. Thank God we got him.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have him if we did not draft Frank Ntilikina. So can you please stop killing Frank Ntilikina, please?
I give it to you.
Can you please stop killing Kevin Knox? Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste of time to kill those guys, man. Because I mean, they're not good. Those guys, they may or may not be a part of this championship run once we finally get. Because that's the thing, we just got to get that guy, man. We just got to definitely just get that guy, and then we can start talking about those guys again.
This guy that we're talking about, like we keep saying, this guy.
Yeah.
Who's the guy? Like no.
This sounds like Bible study and shit. Like,
yeah. This is the first part.
Yeah.
What position is the guy going to play? So we already established small forward. So we want a small forward.
Yeah, some kind of swingman. Definitely some kind of swingman.
Well, all right, boom. So we want a small forward.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got to think, who is the guy that is probably most attainable within the next 2 years?
Bro, next year, 2 years. I think we got to do that next year, because it's the window. We got Julius Randle. We got to pay Julius Randle not this year. We got to pay him next year. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna get that guy, we need to get him now, because we got the bread and stuff in place for to get that guy. So I think we need to definitely make that move and get somebody next year. Absolutely.
So it's only Zach LaVine. I don't really want Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal. I don't really want Bradley Beal. Because those are two guys. Don't get me wrong, they're prolific scorers, but they're not Thibodeau guys. Like when I look at a Thibodeau basketball player, I'm thinking gritty, kind of tall a little bit, because Thibodeau like big guards. He's never going to play Jared Harper. So people, please stop screaming for Jared Harper.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Nah, don't feel bad. He's getting millions of dollars to sit on the. Stop it, Ebro. Stop. They're not Thibodeau guys to me. A Thibodeau guy, in my opinion, is a guy like Donovan Mitchell. Devin Booker don't strike me as a Thibodeau guy either. It's not a lot of wings that I can sit here and say, well, let's go get that guy. Let me throw this back at you, though, since we're talking about swingmen. And I've been saying this the past, I think this idea came to my head about 4 or 5 days ago. But Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, man, but this is Hoops Hype. They do like a ranking thing where they rank certain players or whatever. So,
Kawhi,
yeah, you want to continue your point, or you want to get into this?
Man, Kawhi, I could roll with this. Kawhi would be Kawhi is he's like the dream teammate I would want for RJ Barrett. It's Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah,
Kawhi loved Thibs though.
That's the thing. He's quirky, man. He got his own training room and shit like that. He needs to, he makes the team wait for him to show up, to get on the planes. Little dumb shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So there's like I said before, there got to be a conversation before we do anything like that to give him any money. We got to have a conversation, let him know. So listen, this is how we do things. Do you want to be involved in this? We're not doing none of that bullshit to make you happy. We're doing something here. Do you want to play with us? You know what I'm saying? We got to be on it like that, man.
And you want to know what's so crazy? Before I say the scenario, if let's say we do get Kawhi. I know earlier I said I don't want to talk about Kawhi, but let me put out a hypothetical, right? You know, let's say if we do get Kawhi, it would behoove the Knicks to offer Kyle Lowry whatever money they have left to offer him a contract and bring those two to the Knicks. I think Kawhi would easily elevate Julius Randle to MVP status. Easily. Then you got another guy you got another number one option you could run the offense through. And you got RJ Barrett and Kawhi Leonard, who's two wingmen. I would love for them to come here. But let me give you another name before I give you the guy that I think the Knicks should trade for. Carmelo Anthony. I know you don't problem. He's gonna come home this offseason and next offseason. So I don't know.
But we have a hole in the backup power forward spot that he could slide right up in there.
You funny because Obi plays the backup power forward. So what you trying to say?
That's the conundrum, man. So, but whether or not we sign whoever we sign, if Obi wants to be the guy, it don't matter who's here. You know what I'm saying? If you want that spot, you got to take it, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get mad at Knox and these guys, because people were talking about Twin. I always forget his name, Marcus Morris, when he got here. Yeah, Mook, like how he hindered Knox's thing, but he's not here no more. So once he wasn't here anymore, this is your team now, Knox. You know what I'm saying? So what stopped? Reggie Bullock is the one that kept him off the bench. At some point, you got to be like, yo, I put in the work. This is what I want for myself. I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? You have to figure out, why is Reggie Bullock playing over me? You know what I'm saying? Why did he keep looking for other players to come here to take my spot? Because if we need a swingman, we got fucking Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox should be the swingman.
That is so true. I wish I could combine Knox aggressive. I wish I could combine the aggressiveness of Alec Burks and his handle with Reggie Bullock's defensive intensity and the little things on the court, and just combine that to Kevin Knox, because he needs to learn that. It's the little things that Knox needs to learn. Like today, he got beat off the backdoor cut once again, and he's pointing at Taj Gibson, and Knox is correct. The OG vet was wrong in his rotation. He's correct, but you're wrong too, because you at least got to give some fight. You got to know somebody's going backdoor. So do your job and at least prevent that person from trying to go backdoor. It's little stuff like that I get annoyed with Kevin Knox. Quickly, I love Quickly, but sometimes he don't play like no damn point guard.
Yo, he Quickly played bad today, man. The last few games he's been playing pretty bad. He played all right down the stretch, but up until down the stretch, he got like a string of games where he hasn't been playing well. Excuse me, I've been drinking soda. I like belching like crazy, but I don't know if it's the rookie wall or whatever. But this or maybe just the scouting report finally came up on the kid. You know what I'm saying? But Kevin Knox, somebody mentioned it earlier that he made that same the play you're talking about, that he made that one little bad play and then he just got pulled right away. The reason why he got pulled right away is the point that you just made, is that I know Taj was wrong, but it's a simple fact that you're not giving that effort. You're not giving the effort to do whatever. So how dare you tell Taj that he fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Taj is playing. You're not playing, fam. You know what I'm saying? So you the one that needs to step up or whatever. Make the comment, but don't call out Taj on the court. Guess what? Beep. Timeout. Yo, Kevin Knox, go sit next to Johnny Bryant, man, with your big head, with your big head. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cass with big head, because mine's is pretty big, man. But as you can see, I'm on the second notch. If anybody's watching, I'm on the second notch in my hat and shit. Got a big ass head.
My notch be on one, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. But Knox is not done though. He's not done. He's still got one more season. He's not done. So I'm not really worried about Knox. But I want to throw this at you. Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna get out of here, because Lord knows I would like to go home and sleep.
It's been rough couple days for the Knicks, man.
Bruh, man, I love the Knicks, because the Knicks have been giving me life, bro. They give me extra energy. That's the only reason why I could do overtime today. It was a Knicks game on. We on a 5-game winning streak. I said, you know what? Let me go get some extra money for free, man. Might as well.
Yeah.
But the last point I wanted to bring to you was Andrew Wiggins. And I know a lot of people don't like Andrew Wiggins, right? I know a lot of people say Andrew Wiggins is soft and this, that, and the third. But I don't care. Andrew Wiggins is a top 5 rated defensive player this season. He's guarded everybody. Also, Andrew Wiggins is a part of the NBA's top scoring duos. Him and Steph Curry right now is 3rd in the league with 2,487 points together. First, obviously, is Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And the reason why I would want Andrew Wiggins is because he played under Thibodeau already. He actually gives a shit about defense now because he's one of the top ranked best defenders in the NBA. Yo, salute to you too, brother. And like I told you earlier, Andrew Wiggins and RJ Barrett is going to be playing on Team Canada this offseason in the World Cup. And they're both going to be playing in that same starting lineup. And they both going to have chemistry. And RJ Barrett looks up to Andrew Wiggins. And Andrew Wiggins respects RJ Barrett's game. We wouldn't have to look at Andrew Wiggins as a leader. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, we're not looking at him to lead. We're looking at him to give us 18 points and play great defense. I'm looking at Barrett and Randle as a lead guy. So in my scenario is basically the Timberwolves pick conveys to Golden State, right? So it ends up number 5. And, Golden State don't want to pay luxury tax. They already lost the most money in the NBA within the past 2 years. So we're okay. Call them up. Yo, give us Andrew Wiggins. Give us the 5th pick. Or let's if they don't get that Timberwolves pick. Give us Andrew Wiggins. Give us your 1st round pick, right? We'll give you compensation, right? Because now we're helping you avoid luxury tax. We could give you Kevin Knox. We could give you we could give you 2 1st round picks, right? We could swap that if you want. But I know it's a way to that's probably one of the ways that I would like to see the Knicks upgrade the wing position. And I feel like him and Thibodeau is just a match made in heaven. Like him, Thibodeau, and RJ Barrett sounds so perfect. It just sounds good to me. But go ahead.
Well, you had me when you was going just for the simple fact you was like Team Canada. You was talking about Team Canada. I get a fucking hard on, man, thinking about that. Truthfully, man, because him playing there is the same thing like Julius Randle going to the All-Star team, because there's a lot of NBA players that are going to be on that Team Canada. Team Canada, when they show up for the Olympics, they're going to have a stacked NBA roster. Woo! You know what I'm saying? If everybody shows up to play, they're gonna be contending. They're gonna be contending with the not the NBA, with the USA team or whatever. So I mean, you're talking about recruiting and stuff like that. Watch how Wiggins plays with RJ. You know what I'm saying? That makes my mouth water, man. Because let's say if it works and they have those conversations, Wiggins, the style of play that he plays, we need to do like that. Getting a guy to play defense within the team concept, somebody that's athletic as him and as long as him, you can cheat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because the team is playing good defense, right? So you can cheat having a guy like Wiggins on the team. And so I like what your thought process is there, man. Definitely.
And it's a little outside the box, because I know a lot of people not Andrew Wiggins fans. For me personally, I've been watching Andrew Wiggins since high school. I watched him at Kansas, and I loved Wiggins. I loved him coming into the draft. He had a couple down years, but I think him becoming a father this season, he's a father now, basically. He's already played for Thibodeau already, and he's with Golden State. He's with leaders. He's with Steph Curry. So I feel like that experience alone would allow him to come over here, and we would love to accept him from open arms. I would love Wiggins next to RJ Barrett. And
yeah,
that's just for me.
Well, I'm looking at Cully's point here. I put that there because the difference between Wiggins and Oubre is the baby. You know what I'm saying? You get the baby here. Now all of a sudden you're a different player. Freaking
Yes.
what's the name? Oubre, that dude is trying to knock everything down, man, woman, and child. You know what I'm saying? He's like he's like he's like a young shooter out there. He's just sticking his stick in every hole that he could find, man. Doesn't matter who they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's something else to think about too when we're gonna think of, like target players that we want to bring into this thing. So that's dope, man. But I want to throw something at you too before you get out of here. Jabari Parker, did you notice him when he played again in Boston?
Yes, and you want to know what's funny about Jabari? I always thought he was a terrible defender, but now he can magically defend when he's on the Boston Celtics. So that's just funny to me.
But you see, that's the type of guy that we could have gotten. Right now he came in here 11 points, whatever, it was a couple of rebounds. Just his energy. He has good energy. If a rebound comes, he snatches it in the way that Melo used to do that. If he makes a move, that's why he keeps tearing his ACLs, because he jabs, bam, and he makes really hard cuts, to the rim and stuff like that. That's why he keeps breaking his legs and stuff. But I mean, somebody like him, to put him in there, you can see his value. Then you don't play Obi no more. You spare him, and then Jabari Parker is going to be able to come in and give you buckets when you need it. That guy that's going to hit the mid-range jump shots that nobody else on the team can hit. He's going to hit those corner threes that Obi misses all the time, and you can give him the ball and he can actually post up and get buckets for you, man. So getting him would have been really nice right now down the stretch. But it is what it is. You can't really cry about getting not getting Jabari Parker. But I just want to point it out, that he actually has value to him, man. We probably should have gave him a look.
Yeah, for sure. But that's all right, man. I mean, I like the team. I like what we got going on right now. They just need to keep fighting. They need to keep this defensive intensity. And don't get punked. Do the punking. I watched the Knicks punk every team during this win streak. We punked everybody.
That's another thing too. I would like to get another enforcer. Not another enforcer. The Knicks don't have an enforcer. We're playing great defense without an enforcer. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to get some enforcers in here too, some kind of way, man. It's we only got but so many roster spots, man. But we just have to be very savvy on how we get improve this team, man. We definitely got to double down on the things that we do well, while trying to improve the things that we're not good at.
No, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I'm just happy we on this 6-game winning streak, man.
Streaking, man.
I'm just happy we on the 6-game winning streak. Let me peel around my hands, though.
Yeah, I was just about to shout you out. I got my little bootleg hand sanitizer here. You better do your thing, man. Stay COVID free. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes, man, for sure. Well,
yeah, I like to do it because it feels good, man. Just the alcohol in my hands. I'm like it's like a nervous twitch type of thing.
Yo, man, I'm so happy to be a Knicks fan, man. People can't tease me no more. I can't. I don't get random texts no more. I don't get random last thing before I go. Last thing. I gotta say this to you. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
I remember the night when the Knicks lost out on the lottery, and we fell to the third pick. That night, I think I was taking a shower, and I was screaming at myself for like 20 minutes straight. And I'll never forget how I felt that night. And since that day forward, RJ Barrett has been spectacular, bro. So I'm really happy that we got that kid, man. And Zion Williamson, you see what he said about the Knicks. He'll probably be teammates with RJ Barrett within this next decade.
We'll see, man. We'll see about that. We definitely gonna if we continue to keep our money right, we should be good money, man.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Let me get out of here, man. Let me finally get myself together and go home, man. I'm so tired, bro.
I know, man.
God exhausted, man.
Yep. The grown-up life is a hard life, man. You know what I'm saying? We can be kids, and talk shit about something that's irrelevant, like NBA basketball and Knicks, So this is time to enjoy ourselves and get away from the rat race,
Hell, what, man? You damn right about that, bro. Because life right now, I don't know. Whenever the Knicks win, it seems like life is too good.
Yeah. Word up.
What the? Oh. All right, man. Ebro, I'm out of here, man. I'm tired, bro. I appreciate you, Knick Nation, man. Knicks keep winning. Keep fighting. Thibodeau, Coach of the Year. Randle, Most Improved Player of the Year. We're riding if we don't get nobody on the all defensive teams. And that's it. That's all I got, bro. I'm out of here, buddy.
All right, peace, my brother.
Peace, Knick Nation.
Yep. All right, so before you guys leave, don't forget to go here to subscribe to Slizzy's audio podcast. He's not doing visuals yet, but this is the audio stuff. Make sure you go to those different things. You can also find the Hard Knicks podcast on audio too, man. I got to start putting the audio tracks on there too, so you guys can watch, so you guys can listen to it instead of watching. Anyway, this is Eru out. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking that thumb. Salute, and I see you guys in the next one, guys. Peace.